So
I'm not being hurt.
I'm not being hurt. Nah. So this is not part of the game. This is part of the beef that we have and the discussion we have. So my judgment on shit is always in question as far as things that are funny.
Entertainment value.
Entertainment. I was 12 years old.
No, not even the stuff is funny. If stuff is good, like good taste, good taste in like shows, movies, music.
So my taste is being judged on the fact that I picked a shitty movie when I was like 12 years old. And we barely went to movies.
We were probably younger than that.
We barely went to movies though, and my fault. Yeah, I picked. What was it? Death Becomes Her?
God damn, you remember the day you was a fan. You remember that shit. You remember that whack shit.
I remember that.
With Goldie Hawn.
That's because I'm not able to forget it.
It had Goldie Hawn.
And the reason why I picked it is because Goldie Hawn, in the summertime, we only had one movie. It was, what was it, Overboard? We watched Overboard all the fucking time. All the time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, I think that's the movie. Anyways.
With her and Kurt Overboard, her, Kurt Russell, the kids.
Yeah,
okay.
So anyways. So,
I think that's what he knocked off in real life.
I suggested a show a long time ago, Red vs. Blue, to my man, and he's just like, nope, I don't fuck with Xbox, so no, I'm good.
I don't. PS people.
Alright,
Nintendo.
Cool. So, he says my judgment is fucked. However, I stand behind Mighty Boosh. Put it on the internet.
Oh,
put it out to the people. Mighty Boosh, and he will not get on this.
Those
who are from England, the UK, understand. Classic.
I tried to watch it, yo. I really did, but it just I understand. Like I only watched one episode. You know what I'm saying? It was the one about dude jacking off with sand gloves.
It was funny.
And that humor just didn't. You know what I'm saying?
It was funny.
It wasn't even like I watch Monty Python. I get stuff like that. Like this ain't even that. This is. I don't know. I ain't gonna say that it's whack.
Dude was a sandpaper. Listen, he was sandpaper.
I'll say your judgment and stuff is whack though, man. You just have bad taste in stuff. Like you don't like this. You have good taste in like video, like No Mercy, like stuff that we together on. You will be like, yeah, that's good. But because you have, I guess, a census around you. But, you know what I'm saying, by yourself, when you be by yourself, like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's this dude out here, man. You know what I'm saying? He got some hard-ass rhymes. His name is... His name is Vanilla Ice, man.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. You know I never on.
His name is whatever. Insert Vanilla MC.
With some horrible MC here. Stop it. So anyway, I just want it on record. So we can go ahead and pause this
about Bosch? You want to know on record that
Mighty Boosh. It's not
Mighty
Boosh.
Mighty Boosh. I mean, okay, like you had, all right, Venture Brothers. You were right about the Venture. You were right about the Venture Brothers. What else? It was something else that was like the Red versus Blue. You was right about Red versus Blue. It's something else that's like the Venture Brothers that I just was not messing with. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Venture Brothers. You was right about the Venture Brothers. That's it. That's about it, yo.
I don't think that's it. Archer?
I messed with Archer.
You don't fuck with Archer?
I messed with Archer from day one.
Okay, day one you fuck with Archer. Yeah. Alright, let's see what else.
Normally you're not there, so when I throw it,
it's just set up. I just see the comment like,
those were not athletic reflexes at all either.
No, it was this.
Oh, okay.
I hit up the elbow. Yeah, come on, man. I'm a phenomenal athlete. Stop it.
So, like you said, anything else that you? Yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
That's it.
You gotta say.
That's it. Red versus Blue and what's her name? That's it.
I don't think that's it, see.
Yeah, no, you don't come up with that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you just don't have time. Your finger is not on the pulse of what's popping.
That's right. don't know. I gotta admit, you hit me to something that and took me down a rabbit hole with Patrice O'Neal, and that went into Opie and Anthony. That blurred into Bill Burr.
Patrice was that dude, man. Still, man. I was just like, I mean, I got kind of selfish, but like I wish like he was around right now. Just because it seemed like he predicted all this, like all the stuff that he, you know what I'm saying, he was talking about, like a lot of stuff is just still topical now, mad years later.
Yeah, I just think he just understood, like, that, I mean, I guess he had it coming up in Boston, but you understand how racism is never, ever, ever dead.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Will never, ever be dead.
Yeah.
We get stories told about us, like, in the future, and black people still ain't around. It's like, how's white people still in charge?
Because you're in charge, you know what I'm saying?
But the world
if you're in charge, though, you would never paint yourself in a position of not in charge. You never want to be looked at as not, like, if we were the dominant culture, you know what I'm saying? It would be stupid to put out propaganda or movies or TV shows where we're not in power, or what it would look like if we aren't in power. Like, that's why they consider, like, anything that's, like, kind of black or pro-black, you know what I'm saying? That's a threat to national security. They shut that shit down immediately. We immediately sick, you know what I'm saying, all kind of forces on that because, for whatever reason, man. I think it's because deep down, people be like, if this was done to me, this is what I would do. If you did this to me, this is what I would do. So, you know what I'm saying, in your heart, and you know what I'm saying, people, the dominant culture, in their mentality, in their heart, they kind of think like, you know what I'm saying, if the roles is ever reversed, you're going to, at the very least, do this, what we're doing right now.
But you're not going to turn around. That's the thing. We're not, I don't know, man. I don't think you would turn around and say, okay, by the way, oh, now we're in power in segregation. Now we're in power in slavery.
Well, no, that's not just, I'm not saying that that's what we would do, but I'm saying the fears of the people that it is being done upon, or think that it's going to be done upon. Yeah. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Because the unknown is one of the greatest hookups out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you just don't know, you have no guarantee, they don't have any kind of guarantee that they would go by to be like, you know what I'm saying, hey, say black people were all of a sudden running everything, like you're just gonna let bygones be good bygones and let us go on about our life. If that was somehow, you know what I'm saying, people delegated to where it was actually contracted and people, you know what I'm saying, was like, this is what we're gonna stand by, it probably wouldn't have that, you know what I'm saying, that, because it would be reassuring that, you know what I'm saying, okay, you are not going to lynch me and make us breed so we can do your farming and all this kind of stuff. But, you know what I'm saying, it's that fact that I don't know what you would do if you were in power. Maybe not even to the point of, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that you could handle the power. It's just like,
but they do say we can't handle power, because they'll be like, oh, look at Africa, you got all those resources and you can't have a civilized society. It's like, no, it's not that. It's that you won't allow us to have a civilized society because you get into there and you start extracting our resource and then putting your own puppet regime in and propagate and
shit, let's go all the way back. Like, y'all, this slave trade went on for however long. Like, okay, and yeah, y'all was snatching up, you know what I'm saying, women and kids too, but mainly y'all snatching up dudes. So,
well, they weren't snatching up, they were given. It's not like
at the beginning, yeah, because that's how the world worked back then. Like, we trade. I got salt over here. You know what I'm saying? You got beans over there. They got sugar over there. So we trade. You know what I'm saying? And they were more tribal. So not even the fact that they were tribal. Every spot did this. You know what I'm saying? You get in a fight with your neighbors, your war. You know what I'm saying? You capture prisoners of war. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever and whatnot. You keep those people. They're, you know what I'm saying, they're slaves.
But they weren't slaves in the same sense that
exactly. They weren't slaves like the Europeans. Like, when they came over, that whole brand of slavery was unknown to anybody else. They knew about indentured servers. They knew, but you know what I'm saying, under those rules, you could be a slave and eventually rise to ranks in someone's family to where, you know what I'm saying, you could get your whole family out of slavery and y'all could be on from that point.
Yeah, so
but
it was
see, they
more
didn't
like
have that in
we're
Europe.
gonna bring you into our tribe, basically. I mean, you'll be the outsider until you're not. But that was the whole and not this whole. We're gonna put you in this situation where you lose all identity of self, all identity of history, everything.
Yeah,
You're
but
like
the 300
people. So.
That was so, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they was trading people, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else was dying. They was trying to slave shit on Indians. The Indians was resisting and dying.
Well, they were resisting and they needed
white people were dying, you know what I'm saying? So Africans, they were the only ones that they found like, oh God, y'all can take this bullshit. Oh, you can take it. Here, give me a whip. Let me see how. But then, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where everybody started finding out like, hey, these Africans is the truth. So instead of, now it's not about trading. Now it's about, hey man, it's a supply and demand hookup. So now we're just taking. Fuck that. We're just going to take these dudes.
There's no way they could have taken that many. Like okay, you got 3 or 4 ships.
Okay, first of all, how long does slavery last?
400 years.
400 years, man. You will never be alive in 400 years.
Okay, to be able to build, to accumulate that many people, like sneak and get that many people, and in one ship or 2 ships or whatever. When they come, let's say, okay, the ship comes over, they dock. It's okay. Africa is this huge continent, right? They get to the coastland. First of all, they had to find a tribe. They got a couple of dudes with them, but they don't have a shipload of guys.
You're talking about the very first people that did it.
No, I'm talking about after they established
after they established it, man. Then we're dealing with cats that's probably still trying to cut the deal. Hey, y'all still got some people for sale? Yeah, we got people for sale. So we're snatching all of them. And then, as soon as y'all be like, yo, okay, that's it, they be like, okay, well, we got a boat and a half full. We still got a boat and a half more to fill. So we're going to just snatch up the motherfuckers that we just traded with.
So what is the... Alright, so what year is this? Let's say 1600. 1600, you have firearms at that time?
Yeah. White people... Guns put what... Stop! Cut!
1600s.
Huh?
I don't think 1600s they had guns at that time.
Yeah, they had guns. Guns put white people on the map. Doubter, man. You was a doubter. None of this would have happened without guns. What are you typing, first and foremost, with your leading ass questions? You need to go outside? No, you don't want me to go outside? It's okay. One day your life gonna depend on it. You're gonna be like, I should have listened.
Yeah. 1364, man. First handgun. 1498 rifle.
Without that, yo, the world would be so different. Or if somebody else had just found that shit first. But that's what.
Well, it's not even found that shit first. You know, the Chinese had it first.
No, they had
gunpowder.
Goofy ass. They had gunpowder. They could have had the whole. But it would probably still be. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with black people either, so it'll probably be still fucked up under them.
Yeah. Alright, well.
What's up?